So, okay, class, so please stand up for the prayer. So, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. And not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Okay, so before you sit down, please arrange your chairs and pick up pieces of papers on the ground. Okay, so is anyone absent for today's class? So we have 4 absences for today's discussion. Okay, thank you very much. So, who can give me a recap about the topic? Our previous topic, sorry. Who can give a recap of our previous topic? Would you mind sharing your insights, sir?
Last meeting we talked about organizational leadership, also about ethical and professionalism.
Okay, thank you very much. Who can add some insights to his answers? Anyone? Miss Magbato?
So last meeting we talked about teachers' ethical and professional behavior, where teachers contributed to the community for its improvement.
Okay, thank you very much. So that was our topic in our previous meeting. So to give you a short classroom rules, all we have is what? All you need to do is respect, participate, pay attention, and then listen. Okay? So now we move on to our motivation. We will be having an activity. As you can clearly see in the TV, we have troubled words, I guess. So is anyone ready to answer for our first term? Okay, Mr. Eduardo Califo. Organization and leadership. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So, you are correct. The answer is organizational leadership. So we have the next one. Troubled word. Okay, Mr. Bosco.
Leadership, sir.
Okay. Okay, very good. So the answer is leadership. And last we have another. Okay, is it servant leadership? Yes, it is servant leadership. So thank you very much. That's all the motivation for today. So who can guess what is our topic for today's discussion? According to the motivation that we have. Okay, Ms. Gargoles, please. Okay, very good. So our topic for today is all about organizational leadership. So muna siya nasa chapter 8, organizational leadership. So we proceed to our discussion, which will be discussed by my partner, SUPERAL Christian Mark. So before discussing, let me introduce you to our learning objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to explain what organizational leadership is, differentiate the different types of leadership, and reflect on the different leadership styles and promote sustainable change. So for our first topic is all about organizational leadership.
So let's proceed to our discussion, which is the organizational leadership. Organizational leadership works towards what is the best for individual members and what is the best for organization as a group at the same time. So organizational leadership, often called the cornerstone of effective management, encompasses only a set of principles and practices that define that define how individuals guide, influence, and motivate teams within an organization. At its core, it is the art of harnessing the collective potential to achieve common goals, foster innovation, and adapt to changing circumstances. An organizational leadership embodies these concepts, serving as a guide for that shapes the company culture, strategic direction, and overall success. The school head must be both a leader and a mentor. The school head leads the school and community to formulate the vision, mission, goals, and the school improvement plan. Leadership is a function. So first, there are managers versus leaders. So first is the managers. Their process is a transactional, meet objective, and delegate tasks. So administrators managers focus on administering and maintaining systems and processes to ensure that the day-to-day operation runs smoothly. So next is the leader, which is the innovate. Their process is transformational, develop a vision and find a way forward. So innovate. Leaders focus on innovation and inspiring change. They encourage new ideas and look for ways to improve and evolve. So next is the work first. The goal is to get things done. They are skilled at allocating work. So managers are primarily focused on work and outcomes. Their goal is to achieve specific targets and ensure that tasks are completed. So next is the people focus. The goals include both people and results. They care about you and want you to succeed. So their approach is transformational, which means they aim to inspire and motivate their team to achieve a shared vision. They form on long-term goals and the overall direction of the organization. So next is the have subordinates. They create circles of power and lead by authority. So, managers are adept of organizing, planning, and allocating work among their team members. So next is the have followers. They create circles of influence and lead by inspiring. So managers create circles of power and lead by authority, often directing their subordinates. Then the managers is do things right. Managers enact the existing culture and maintain status quo. So leaders shape the culture and drive integrity, often challenging the status quo to ensure that the right things are done. So then the versus is do the right thing. Managers enforce existing failure. Ay, do the right. Sa versus sa do things is the do the right. Ay sa do things right is the do the right thing. So leaders shape the culture and drive integrity, often challenging the status quo to the right things are done. So let's proceed. The types of skills and demand of leaders, which is
So we have three types of skills and demands of leaders, which are technical, human, and conceptual. So when we say technical, it refers to the process of technique like sending emails, like using technologies Then next is human skill. It is the ability to work efficiently with people and to build teamwork. And also the last one is the conceptual. So when we say conceptual, it is a collaboration between the technical and the human. So conceptual skill is the ability to think in terms of models, frameworks, and broad relationships such as a long-range plan. So in short, ang conceptual relationship of ang human of ang technical connect sila together to get or to have the or to involve psychomotor skills and things. So the next one is leadership styles. In leadership styles contains of autocratic, consultative, democratic, and laissez-faire. So ang autocratic leaders they do decision making by their own. Wala sila lang kayo o any opinion sa ilang members. Then the consultative leaders, it allows participation of members of the organization by consulting them, but they make decision themselves. For example, kaya ng mag-meeting, so school meeting, kailangan nila ang mga members in order to express their kailangan i-consulti sa mga parents. So the next one is democratic leaders. So it allows members of the organization to fully participate in decision making. And the last one is the laissez-faire or free rein leadership. So this leadership can be called kanya-kanya in Filipino. So leaders avoid responsibility and leave that responsibility to the members. So the situational leadership model, it is effective leaders adapt their leadership styles to the situation of the members or the organization of the readiness and willingness of the group. So in the situational leadership model, ang effective leaders adapt their leadership styles to the situation of the members of the organization. So if the group member is able to and willing to confident, the leader uses a delegating leadership styles. And also, the leaders turn over the responsibility for the decision and implementation to the members. On the other hand, if the group members have low readiness, unable and unwilling, the leader will resort to telling the group what to do. So that's all for my part.
So let us now proceed to servant leadership. Everybody, please read.
Servant leadership. We often hear the term public servants to refer to appointed and elected officials of the government to emphasize the fact that they indeed are servants of the people.
So before we dive into this time, I'm going to topic about the elected officials. So servant leadership is a paradoxal term coined by Robert Greenleaf, which leads to the question: how can one be a good leader when he or she is a servant? So paradox ang kuan term like contradicts siya sa iyang own definition. So we often hear the term public servants to refer to appointed. Okay, so in public, they are called public servants because their job is to serve and in serving they lead. So their first duty is to serve and in serving they lead. So if they have an awareness of their power, they would be aware of their importance that the power could sometimes corrupt their ideas because the power given is or should be used to serve the people, not just serving themselves to become rich or igana. So the power should be given, allocated to the people. So an example of servant leader is, we all know our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, no? So the greatest leader must be a servant first. Ayaw lagay ng kuan. Isa yung basa or aware sa iyang gospel. Ikaw, yes.
I have been reading the gospel, and I think Jesus Christ is the perfect example of a figure who is faithful to God at the same time, grounded and humbles himself.
Yes, thank you very much. So let's clap our hands for Mr. So in school, the school head must be a servant leader. Right? It serves its stakeholders, the teachers, but not the students. Okay? If the students, the teachers were supposed to be the servants. Okay? Of course, teachers were teaching knowledge to the students in a sense nga I think para lang ako, teachers were obligated to teach for their survival as well. So ingana na siya tuloy-tuloy ang servant leadership. But it involves the group na-adjay sa servant leadership. Ma-involve ang group into decision making and then sharing ethical decisions or behaviors na maka-produce of a well-idealistic na community. Ngayon na siya. So, pinanglan apil talan every group, every member should be. So next is transformational leadership. So please read everyone.
Transformational leader is one that brings status quo and assists in the need of transform the way the organization thinks, relates, and acts things.
So in short, transformational leader, the word transform is to make positive change into the organization, and by creating the positive change, it also mobilizes its members to come up with the vision. So transformational leaders are visionary, engagers, learners, collaborators, and instructional leaders. So to produce the vision, the transformational leader combines charisma. So importante kayo ang charisma sa transformational leadership for him to persuade the people, and then inspirational leadership, of course, to motivate its members, and then the intellectual stimulation to introduce innovations for the transformation of the organization, especially sa school. So important siya. So para po na ako, project I think project idealist ang kuwan sa realita. Okay, social idealism naman yung maingon siya. So the last is about sustaining change. So please read everyone.
The last one is about sustaining change. For reforms to transform, the innovations introduced by the transformational leader must be institutional and sustained, or else that innovation is simply a passing fad that loses its flavor after a time.
Okay, thank you very much. So it means that the innovation of the transformational leaders must be permanent or a part of the organization's culture and way of functioning. So if not, then the innovation of the transformational leaders would be a passing fad that loses its flavor. Or rather, bubblegum ba? If you eat a bubblegum, it would be sweet from the start, but after chewing and chewing and chewing, it breaks its flavor or loses its flavor. So ingana ang mahitabo sa iyang innovation. So it is very complex to innovate while the members of the community are not willing to listen. So that's why earlier I mentioned that charisma, inspirational leadership and intellectual stimulation is being combined so that makuha niya ang mga tao or in order to, I think, what should I call this? Persuade nila. Yes, persuade. So after that, the issue of this is that sustaining change is that it is complex because the issue of comfortability is that it resists to change. So we are, for example, we are comfortable of our old shoes, we are comfortable of the way we are living today, and we are comfortable of the educational system that we indulge in our schools. So if young innovation is somewhat unfamiliar in the community, so I think it would progressively worse. So if the unfamiliar ang community, napay confusion at the start, and then I think if that confusion doesn't change, then it would be chaotic sa community or the educational system. So that is why kinahanglan siya mobilize members within the organization. For example, sa educational system na to, kinahanglan siya o mga stakeholders, mga partners niya for the innovation to have an idealistic community or idealistic future for the educational system and the community. So, nga na siya. So, ato yung butang, what is the idealist society or the community is, it is to it leads to positive change. Wala na siya. That is why they want to innovate, to progress, for us to progress. Likely na lang, kaalas paminaw. So, does everyone understand my discussion or our discussion from the start? Sure? Sure na good? So, I think that is all for our discussion. So, is everyone ready to have an activity?
Yes.
So, wait, I'll for a while. So guys, please prepare a 1/2 sheet of paper, crosswise please. First prepare the paper and I will give the instructions right after you have prepared the materials to be used.
Crosswise now?
Yes, crosswise, 1/2 crosswise. So are you guys all prepared? I'll give you 30 seconds guys to prepare. So, is everyone ready? Hello? Sige, lagaan sa tandok tayo. Please write your names na lang, pulaan. So, guys, namoy extra ball pen. Wala nga ang inyong mga classmates, please. Okay, David, ka-provide. Nana? Okay, has everyone wrote their names?
Yes.
extra ballpen, please let him borrow. Okay, so na ba yung ballpen tanan? Tanan mo yung papel? Okay, so I will now give instructions. So please listen carefully, guys. Based on the discussions that we discussed earlier, I want you to write kanina, leaders sa inyong papel. Gana siya na. Gana yung format leaders. Yes. So after writing that format, please give qualities or specific behaviors of a good leader. So silbi, input mo padre, words nag-start of L, nag-akuan. Okay, kagets na ang tanan?
Yes, sir.
Yan na siya. But inyong ibutang is the specific qualities and the good behaviors of a good leader. So in your perspective, what is a good leader to you? Yan na siya. After you are done, we will randomly pick students to share their ideas in front. So I will give again 3 minutes. Makaya about 3 minutes, guys. So if 3 minutes is okay, so you can start now. Okay guys, 1 minute ay nilabay guys. Okay. Okay, 1 minute left, guys.
Okay na mo?
30 seconds. 30 seconds left, guys. 20. 10 seconds, guys. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hands up, guys.
Let's all your papers in front.
Hands up. So, is everyone ready to share their answers in front? So we will call randomly, so I will be the one calling first. So I would like to please Mr. Bamonde to share your answers in front, please. Let's give him a okay, please come in front, sir.
So I have
Nice,
from the acronym leadership, so I have your lead. So of course, as a leader, one must lead out, or if it is a group, he or she must lead. Then I have also here the enlarge or eager. So a leader must eager to attain a particular kanang sa palitan ng project. So dapat ang leader is eager to educate each member or in particular. So action. So dapat as a leader, dapat na siya action. So kung may problem or any clarifications about sa iyong mga members, dapat mo act siya o mo act siya as a leader as a group. Dayon, direction or direct. So as a leader must direct or give direction to the what is truly meant by that particular if that is a project. So mag-direct siya o kung sa yun ang point sa project or ang ma-establish na project. Then we have here, I have also here engager. So as a leader, all the members must be engaged, or as a leader, each member have to murag idadili mo nga mo engage sa particular na topic or sa discussion. Then we have also responsive. So as a leader, if may questions ang member, dapat responsive ka o kung sa imong opinion or ika-add. Then we have real skillful. So skillful in terms of finding ways how to manage the group itself.
Okay, let's close up. So what do you think is his leadership style, guys? Based sa inyong based on what you've heard on his answers. Sige lang, share sa inyong ideas. Do you have any answers? What kind of leadership styles his answers are? Parang Leo, yes.
He is a good leader and
Yes, every leader is a good leader, but what kind of leadership style? Yes, sir, please. Mr. Fausto, you have any idea? Please. Wala, so may proceed na. Okay, would you like me to give, would you like? Yes. So, for me, I think John Leo, his leadership style is democratic, because he is always he's aware of his group ng will. He's open to question and answers, sharing of ideas, and that I think that is a way of democratic leader, to listen to the community. So let's have the next presenter, please. Miss Pugahot, please come in front. Share your answers to the class.
So good afternoon, everyone. So for me, the word leader, so L is loyalty. So if you are a leader, you have kanang loyalty gani kanang a leader remains loyal sa iyang kanang team or sa iyang mission. Dapat loyal ka kanang kung unsa ang imong goal ang kuan ra dili ka ikaw mingon nga murag mo muli ko dapat loyal ka kung unsa ang imong mission. Then for letter E is empathy. So kanang as a leader you have to be understanding and sharing the feelings to kanang others sa imong teams. Kanang dili ka imong mag-rely lang sa imong pagalingon nga decision, but you have to consider as well sa imong mga teams. And then ay imong mga members. Then for letter A is accountability. So you have kanang if ikaw usa ka leader no, you have to be responsible kanang you have to kanang motivate kanang accountable gani ka sa mga actions, like for example kanang sa imong sa mga actions and mga decisions imong gipangbuhat. And for letter D is determination. If you are a leader, you need to have determination. You have kanang to be determined gani sa imong mga plano. Kay if wala ka determination, then kanang dili nimo ma-achieve ang goal para ana nga specific nga kanang murag plano mo kay dili makadeterminado nga buhaton na, so dili nimo siya mahuman or dili nimo siya ma-achieve. Then for letter E is kanang ethical, like may mga ethical it adheres to moral principles and values. Then for letter R is resilience. So if ikaw usa ka leader, dapat naakay kanang ability nga to recover from kanang mga setbacks, and dapat mupadayon gapon ka from kanang bisag unsa mga kanang obstacles or challenges nga imong ma-encounter as a leader. You have to be resilient. Then letter S is kanang strategic. So kung yung strategic, kung ikaw usa ka leader kanang kanang naakay mga kanang plans gani nga sa tanawin mo is effective gid siya para ma-achieve mo ang imong mga plano para ana nga specific na plano.
Okay, thank you very much. Again, follow-up question, Ms. Bugawad, since your answers are very nice, what kind of leader do you think you are?
For me, I think
What kind of leader?
style, I think it's as one of my classmates here said, I think it's transformational leadership skills.
Okay.
If ikaw sa mga leader, dapat you have the ability to ma-transfer gani ang aspect yung mention gani na ability gani to change, karon sa mga changes ba, may transformation na makita.
Okay, thank you very much. Last,
Mr. Dolian.
please come in front, Mr. Toliati. Please share your answers to the class, sir.
So, my answer is of the leaders. So, for L, I have a listen. So, as a leader, you have to listen sa mga members because as a leader, you will also learn from your members. Listen mo kapag yung knowledge lang. And then, eagerness. So, eagerness, hindi lang sa mga eagerness sa imong na for example, sa project, but also eagerness to learn from the process of making the, for example, project. Then active. So as a leader, you need to be active too. So being active, not only sa mga ideas. So meaning you're also converting your ideas into actions. Then dignity. So as a leader, you not dapat natin dignity po. And then excellent, but not all the time. Hindi mo na perfect. So, but kung makaya, you need to be excellent po. And then respect. Yes, respect. You need to, as a leader, you need to gain respect sa imong mga members. And then respect ka sa imong members.
Yes.
Then skills. Yes, dapat natin skills na how to manage. Okay, because we are leading sa leading sa
Okay, let's stop our hands, guys. So much to share your answers? Sino pa? Who wants to share? Miss Panoy, you want to share your answers? Okay. Now for answer, Miss Panoy.
For me, leaders, one of the aspects or quality of a leader is one is liable. Meaning that when we say liable, we can be trusted for maybe things, maybe liable. Then this is effective. And everything that we do or teach, it should be that we will be effective. Then it is accountable, meaning that if our students are in our class, we have to take care of them because we are accountable against whatever happen to them. We are accountable to that as a teacher. Then next is that we be dedicated. As a teacher should be dedicated in this work, meaning that the things that he's going to do is only for his students, for the good of the students. And then the third is equipped. A teacher should be equipped in many things in his lesson so that the lessons that he's going to teach will be rich and effective. Next is reasonable. A teacher should be reasonable that in a case that in the sense that he's going to, by the time he's going to give grades to his students based on the knowledge and skills of the students. So the grades will be reasonable. And then the S is sociable. A leader or a teacher should be sociable so that he will be a good example and can also encourage many people in the community and also persuade them to believe and follow what he's doing and teaching.
So thank you guys for participating in our activity. So now are you ready to have a test to test your skills and knowledge? So guys, please prepare 1/4 sheet of paper. Oh, sige, go. Yes, sige, gamit ako na. So we will just dictate the questions, yes. Directions. Write P if the statement is true and F if it is false. Underline the word or words that make the sentence false and supply the correct words to make statement true. So, basta man din yung ganahan guys, ma-underline mo or mo Okay, so since majority wants to have a true or false, sige, we will have a true or false. So, let us start. Ready na mo guys? Yes, sir. We will give Silvano some moments of silence. Go na? Okay, so number 1. Leadership is interchangeable with management because they mean the same. Leadership is interchangeable with management because they mean the same. True or false? Okay. Number 2. A leader cannot be a manager and manager cannot be a leader at the same time. A leader cannot be a manager and manager cannot be a leader at the same time. True or false? Number 3. Okay. In the laissez-faire leadership style, the leader fully interferes in the decision making of his or her followers. In the laissez-faire leadership style, the leader fully interferes in the decision making of his or her followers. True or false? Number 4, in the consultative style of leadership, members of the organization arrive at a decision by way of consensus. In the consultative style of leadership, members of the organization arrive at a decision by way of consensus. True or false?
In the democratic style of leadership, the members of the organization are consulted in decision making. Again, the democratic style of leadership, the members of the organization are consulted in decision making. Six, the autocratic leader consults his or her followers. Again, the autocratic leader consults his or her followers. Seven, a transformational leader is content with status quo. Again, a transformational leader is content with status quo.
Number 8, in situational leadership, if followers are unwilling and unable to do the job, leaders must resort to delegating. Again, in situational leadership, if followers are unwilling and unable to do the job, leaders must resort to delegating.
How many numbers?
Number 9, in situational leadership, if followers are willing and able to do the job, leader must resort to tally. Again, in situational leadership, if followers are willing and able to do the job, leader must resort to tally. Number 10, transformational leadership is focused on innovation. Again, transformational leadership is focused on innovation.
Are you guys done?
Please pass your papers in the bana. Ay, amin ang talig. Kaya mayroon na lang.
Okay, so the other presentations, do not forget that you will be complying also your respective rubrics. Okay, and then other than that, there will be sharing of answers. Okay.